Speak like someone who expects to win. Speak like someone who is preparing for promotion. Speak like someone who understands that life and death are in the power of the tongue. You are not faking it, you are forming it. Words form reality. And if you want a new reality, you need a new vocabulary. So today, pause, listen. Audit your language. Are your words supporting your future or sabotaging it? Then make the shift. Speak life. Speak possibility. Speak progress. Because your words are not just sound waves, they are spirit seeds. And what you sow, you will eventually speak into harvest. Start building your new life one word at a time. The right environment can make or break your evolution. You can't grow redwoods in deserts, and you can't act like the best version of yourself in toxic soil. Every great transformation requires a setting that supports it. A greenhouse nurtures delicate seedlings until they are strong enough to face the wild. Likewise, your surroundings must be fertile enough to nourish your becoming. Yet many remain stunted, not for lack of effort, but because they are rooted in places that drain them, places filled with doubters, distractions, and voices that echo old limitations. Scripture warns us clearly, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Not all harm comes with a loud crash. Some of it comes in subtle erosion, a small compromise here, a delayed dream there. You become who you are around, not all at once, but drop by drop. Leonardo da Vinci. His brilliance did not bloom in isolation. It flourished among fellow visionaries in the creative hubs of Florence and Milan. Surrounded by artists, scientists, philosophers, and patrons who demanded excellence, his mind was watered by challenge, collaboration, and inspiration. Would his genius have emerged as brightly in the shadows of mediocrity? Doubtful. So ask yourself, who is watering your potential and who is poisoning it? Are your conversations about problems or possibilities? Do your friends cheer your growth or fear your change? Are you being called higher or kept comfortable? Comfort is not always safe. Sometimes the most dangerous place to be is around those who accept your past but reject your future. They smile but sabotage. They laugh but limit. And though they may not intend harm, their presence can still prevent growth. The soil you choose determines the fruit you bear. If you want to grow higher, you must plant yourself deeper, in places of truth, challenge, and encouragement. Evaluate your current environment. Prune what no longer serves. Uproot from what silently chokes your ambition. Then replant yourself where greatness is the standard, not the exception. Because your evolution isn't just about effort, it's about atmosphere. The seed of your destiny cannot thrive in the wrong climate. So protect your ground, guard your gates, and surround yourself with people who speak to your potential more than your past. People who see your wings even when you still feel bound to the ground. Your future isn't waiting on more hustle. It's waiting on better soil. Choose wisely. You can't keep what you don't protect. And most people treat their energy like it's infinite, pouring it into distractions, drama, and digital noise. But your future self requires focus. Laser-like, undivided. We live in an age that glorifies busy but starves purpose. Opinions drown out original thought, and attention, the currency of achievement, is often squandered on things that offer no return. Yet the secret to mastery is not just in doing more, but in doing less of what doesn't matter. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Your attention is a form of treasure. It reveals your values, it builds your habits, it maps your direction. So if you want to know your future, look at your focus. Marie Curie offers a powerful example. Immersed in radioactive research, she wasn't distracted by applause or status. She worked in silence, fueled by obsession with discovery, not approval. And that single-minded devotion gave birth to breakthroughs the world still benefits from today. Her power wasn't in being everywhere, it was in being deeply present, fiercely focused. Now let me ask you, are you guarding your time like it matters, or are you donating your attention to whatever knocks first? True transformation demands that you protect what builds you. That means closing tabs, ignoring gossip, turning off what tempts you to shrink. Most noise isn't malicious, just misaligned. But every misalignment is an energy leak, and every leak steals from your future. You cannot manifest clarity from a cluttered mind. You cannot execute vision with scattered hands. What energy leaks need to be sealed? What conversations, habits, or digital detours are robbing you of momentum? Sometimes it's not a lack of motivation, it's a lack of boundaries. Say no more often, not because you're selfish, but because your vision is sacred. Not everything deserves a seat at your table. Protect your space, your schedule, your spirit, because once you give it away, it's hard to get it back. Silence the unnecessary. Starve the distractions. Let solitude sharpen you. Because greatness requires margin, and margin only appears when noise disappears. Acting like your future self means living now with intentionality. It means filtering your actions through a higher lens. Before you say yes, ask, does this feed my future or just entertain my present? Your future self isn't scattered. They're focused. Not frantically doing everything, but faithfully doing what matters. So become that person today. Protect your attention, guard your energy, build your future by directing your now. The reason many people never transform is because they treat identity like a noun when it's actually a verb. You don't get confidence, discipline, or excellence. You do it over and over until it becomes you. Transformation is not a moment, it's a movement, one built in repetition, in motion. Identity is not found, it's formed in the fires of routine, in the hidden places where no applause is given, where no spotlight shines, but where character is carved, one decision at a time. Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That's the formula. Not glamour, not luck, but grit. Doing good, doing right, doing it again. Louis Pasteur. Today he stands as a titan of science, his name etched in history for discoveries that saved millions. But what few remember is how often he failed, how often he returned to the lab, undeterred by the silence. His brilliance wasn't born from genius. It was born from stubbornness, a refusal to quit, a commitment to keep doing. That's how identity is built. Not in thinking about who you want to be, but in doing what that person would do, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one claps, especially then. So ask yourself, are you doing who you want to be or just dreaming about it? You say you want to be disciplined. Are you setting the alarm? Are you showing up when it's hard? You say you want to be confident. Are you speaking with courage or waiting until you feel ready? The truth is, confidence won't arrive like a package. It isn't shipped overnight. It's forged in repetition, built like a muscle, one rep at a time, one act at a time, until one day, without even noticing, you realize you are it. The person you admire isn't waiting for permission. They're practicing their values, practicing their mission, living like their future depends on today's decisions, because it does. So stop chasing identity like a prize to be won. Start treating it like a lifestyle to be lived. Choose it, act it, repeat it. Because every choice you make is casting a vote for the person you are becoming. And when you stack those votes day after day, action after action, identity is no longer something you aim for, it's something you are. The final act of becoming your future self is simple, but it's the most profound. Believe. Not just in potential, but in the inevitability of becoming. Belief is the foundation that holds up every action, every habit, every dream. It is not passive, it is powerful. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That means belief is not about waiting for proof, it is the proof. Belief says, I walk as if it's already done. This is where most falter. They begin to build, but stop when the world doesn't clap, when their progress isn't yet visible, when doubt whispers louder than vision. But the future is not for those who merely hope. It is for those who believe. Helen Keller. Blind, deaf, silenced by a world that saw her as broken, but she believed, and her belief became a magnet. It drew Anne Sullivan to her life. It attracted transformation. It unlocked a mind, a message, a mission that shook the world. Not because she had reasons to believe, but because she chose to. So, what about you? Do you still question what's possible for you? Or have you decided it's already written? Faith is not a feeling, it is a decision, a declaration, a way of standing in the dark while speaking as if it were light. The person you are becoming is not a dream. They are real, but they are waiting on you to stop waiting. When you walk in belief, you don't just prepare for victory, you move as if it has already been won. That is the secret to manifestation. Not hustling harder, not waiting longer, but believing deeper. Speak it, live it, walk in it. Before anyone else claps. Before anyone else validates. Because the finish line is not merely a location, it's a decision. And belief is the ribbon you break through when you finally accept that you were always enough. You must stop seeing belief as something reserved for the gifted. It is a tool for the committed, a light for the journey, a compass that keeps you moving, even when the map isn't clear. The truth is, no one becomes their future self by accident. It is always preceded by a bold declaration of belief, not in external applause, but in internal assurance. So today ask yourself, what would change if you believed it was inevitable? How would you speak, walk, work? What would you stop tolerating? What would you finally start? You already have the vision. You already have the spark. Now fuel it with faith, because your belief doesn't just shape your mindset, it shapes your momentum. Believe it and be it. You already know who you want to be. Now it's time to act like it. Press play, stay focused, and shift your energy toward the identity that wins. Stop waiting, start becoming.